Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. It's Josh Allen that'll be orchestrating the offense, a 6'5" quarterback from Wyoming.
And, partner, when you hear about a 6'5", 235, 240-pound quarterback, you don't often think of him being overlooked coming out of high school, do you? That's exactly what happened to Josh Allen. Overlooked, ended up going to a junior college, Reedley Community College out in California, before matriculating to the University of Wyoming, and the Cowboys were so glad to get him.
It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, 75 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making a big-time play?
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To throw on 3rd down. Crowder, deep ball for Goodwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no.
They scored at a 36-yard punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
And it is still early. Just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already. And we've still got 3 quarters to go.
operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mack uses the spin, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Marlon Mack.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
It's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Makes the score Colts 10. Chargers nothing.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again. Crowder. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Crowder. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Well, and it's picked. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because
he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Mack. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive. Now, the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in to get some points.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Joey Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Chargers, nothing.
The kick by Bass is good.
The field goal is good.
And that'll push the lead up to 13-0.
13.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little bit back in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. And they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Ellison. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On 3rd down, Ellison. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Double team, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about it, because that's not what you want to do to try and press your new coaching staff. Try to impress your locker room. And most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. Well, now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lynn has some space here. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 13-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Lynn toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Operating from the gun. Lynn. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
That play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Ellison. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers, 42 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 1. At the 21.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ellison. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's a 1st down throw. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, 28 yards.
Michael Badgley lining up for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Good.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6.
14. Michael Badgley to kick off for the
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the second quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Lynn got an open man. It's Foster.
Lynn's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the gun on third down. Lynn. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Ellison. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
At the 25-yard line.
On first down, Lynn. Throw caught there by Willis. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And the Colts
operating from the gun. Lynn. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
a 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, Lynn, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts add on to their lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
14.
Point after, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun, Ellison. He's got this one complete to Perriman. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Ellison. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lynn. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Coleman now. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He'll boot it away from about his 35. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months. Already we're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3.
Set to kick off.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Oliver, 32 yards. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Colts take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. From the gun, Lynn, the throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's an ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Taken down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends.
And look at him go. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Complete to
Robert Foster, 57 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
at their own 24-yard line.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. Crossover out of bounds right at the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
More yards.
Operating from the gun. Allison. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. Here's Joshua Kelly, the rookie from UCLA. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Joshua Kelly, the ball carrier.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Brings up
On fourth down, Allison. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? You're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw on second down, Lynn. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 42. That first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver, but it's going to be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Ellison. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Will Parks. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Lynn able to find Willis. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Damian Willis, 56 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Rashad Perriman.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good scheme going.
He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
From the gun, Ellison. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 9 on the play, and the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5. At the Colts.
Operating from the gun, Ellison. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The Chargers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and 5. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Well, there's that man again. It's complete.
That's good.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. On first and 10, Ellison. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you try not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Kelly to try to punch it in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
At the Chargers' 34-yard line.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Touchdown, Indianapolis. James Williams, 34 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
And that one will bounce It's out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chargers ready to take over. And this showing really not a good one on either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here for the guys on the field now as they're hoping to secure that roster spot. A throw down the field, caught by his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now here's another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw again, Ellison. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again, Ellison. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. Then a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Number 37. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up